Hello and welcome to another Pauper video. I'm kalikaiz and today it's Goblin Combo time. We're comboing off with First Day of Class, which says whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on it and it gains haste until end of turn. Plus it lets you learn. So learn is you can reveal a lesson card from your sideboard and put in your hand, or rummage. And we can get Introduction to Prophecy, which is scry tooth and draw a card. And we're going to end up comboing with this because Skirk Prospector sacrifices a goblin to add a red mana. Putrid Goblin has Persist. When it dies, if it had no -1/-1 counters on it, return it to the battlefield with a -1/-1 counter on it. And then the way that this works is the interaction between First Day of Class adding a counter and Putrid Goblin having a -1 counter. The rules of Magic say that those two cancel out, so it just ends up with 0 counters on it. You sacrifice it again for red mana, it comes back in, back to 0 counters, sacrifice it again, now you have infinite red mana. Once you have infinite red mana, you're going to start digging through your deck with Introduction to Prophecy and your other draw spells, eventually finding Dark Dweller Oracle via maybe Goblin Matron, and then you can sacrifice, with your infinite mana, sacrifice your Goblin, exile your entire deck, find your makeshift munitions, and shoot your opponent, and they'll be dead. The other option is to just get all your goblins in play, make them all huge with multiple First Day of Class triggers, and then attack for lethal. So you have to kind of figure out which is the faster win condition. So this deck actually has a bit of a, kind of like a tutor package. So Goblin Matron, as a 4/of, can search your library for a goblin card, reveal it, and put it in your hand, and then shuffle. So we have Impulsive Pilferer as a 1/of. If you have it on the table, you can sacrifice it with Skirk Prospector to get extra mana. So it gives you the treasure plus the red mana. And then you can also tutor up Krark-Clan Shaman to wipe the board. We have 3 hand disruption spells in Duress and 2 Mesmeric Fiend. We have 7 Deadly Dispute effects with Literal Deadly Dispute and 3 Fanatical Offerings. Fanatical Offering creates a map token which can reset the Putrid Goblin if you get lucky, which is kind of nice. We have Candy Trail to dig. That's a nice card, and it's colorless, so you can use all your red mana on it. Chromatic Star filters for black during the combo turn, and Ichor Wellspring is a good value way of getting extra cards. So we basically have 11 draw twos with the 7 Deadly Dispute effects and the 4 Wellsprings. And in the mana base, we've got 4 Swamp and Mountain, 2 of the Rakdos Carnarium, which is a bounce land, 2 each of the red and black artifact lands, 1 bridge, 1 bog, and a few tramway stations which you can sacrifice to draw a card, which I guess is more like a value-y card. Then the sideboard is 4 red blast, 4 blue decks, 2 duress, a masked vandal for getting rid of relics and stuff like that. Cast into the Fire and a braid also do the same effect but have additional upsides. Cast down to kill a creature and breath weapon for mono red, I assume. So this is the deck. I haven't played it very much. I played it once on the channel previously, and I got this deck after having talked to Hamuda, who is the expert of this deck, and I ended up purchasing a sideboard guide, so let's see how that goes for us today. If you want sideboard guides for the decks that I like to play, check out the Patreon, which is patreon.com/kalikaiz, and you can get sideboards for Altertron, Poison Storm, and Familiars. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. I really appreciate that. And leave me a comment, let me know what you thought and what lines maybe I missed. This video is sponsored by cardmarket.com, the largest seller of Magic the Gathering cards in Europe, and you can check them out to get a battle box going. Bring this sweet deck to your FNM. I think that's it for me right now. You can also check out my interview with Hamuda on Pondering Pauper, which is linked in the description below, and we'll see you in the matches. All right, we're up versus Vanilla James. I don't know what they're up to. We have basically nothing going on, so I think we should mulligan this hand. This is the same hand. I guess we go Tramway Station, turn 2 Deadly Dispute the Great Furnace. I guess I can keep this and get rid of one of the tramways because it's slow. I mean, I'm not going to go to 5 right now. They're on Poison Storm. That's cool. Or something weird like that. Play the Tramway Station. If they are on poison, we can play the Putrid Goblin turn 2 without any worry. But Deadly Disputing it right away doesn't seem that great. Yep, it's Poison Storm. Interesting. Pentad Prism for the opponent. So one thing we have to worry about is them using Experimental Augury to give our Putrid Goblin an additional counter. Let's go for Putrid Goblin and pass the turn. Our opponent has quite a bit of mana already. Let's see what they can do. They go Augury. So that's one Augury that we don't have to worry about yet. Or anymore, I guess. They still haven't poisoned us at all. Looks like that's the poison. They play a Prologue and a Lotus Petal. And they're going to proliferate again. They have 3 cards in hand now. We're at 2 poison. I think it probably makes sense to Deadly Dispute the Great Furnace here and get in for 2. Find a Prospector. Wow, okay. Deadly Dispute the Great Furnace. Play a Skirk Prospector. We're going to attack. So first day of class and we win because they can't interact with it. Well, I guess we don't necessarily win, but we're pretty close to winning. Our opponent plays an additional land with the Hickory Woodlot and a Pentad Prism. I guess we have to worry about Breath Weapon. They play Vivisurgeon's Insight. So maybe I shouldn't F6 here. They're going to Steady Progress. Okay. Doing a lot of proliferation. My turn. Find a Goblin Matron. Going to attack. Then let's Deadly Dispute this treasure token. Okay, I found the first day of class. So I have the full combo, assuming they don't have Breath Weapon. What happens if they do have Breath Weapon? I make a bunch of red mana. I guess I'm going to try it. Let's sacrifice this, add red. Cast first day of class. Grab the introduction. Comes back. Now I want to auto-yield to this. Okay. Sacrifice, Goblin, Putrid. Always yield to this. Okay. Alright, now I'm just making some mana. We have to worry about Weather the Storm as well now. They don't seem to have the other thing that we care about. Experimental Augury is what I was referring to. So we can play the Matron. Then that gives us the Dark Dweller. We can play the Dark Dweller, sacrificing the Matron. And then we win. Okay, they scooped it up. Awesome. They didn't have any way to deal with it. So let's see. I'm going to go check the sideboard guide and then we'll see what's going on. All right, there's nothing for this matchup. So I know we want Duresses. And then we don't really need the Krark-Clan Shaman. What else can we cut? I think we just want a bunch of hand disruption. So I think a Chromatic Star would be a fine cut. Let's submit. Maybe the Unearth is not necessary either. Okay, we have a turn 1 Duress or Tramway Station turn 1. I think this is fine to keep. I think I want to Duress them to get rid of whatever artifact they have in hand, but that's not using my mana very efficiently. I play a Peat Bog. Okay, now I have stuff I can do. So let's Duress turn 1. Bring the Ending, Contentious Plan, Prologue, Insight. I guess I'm going to get rid of the Prologue here. So they can't poison me. They have to just focus on drawing cards. They could hold up the Bring the Ending. Let's play the Tramway Station and pass. Now they have 4 mana, 5 mana. It looks like they're going to just cast Vivisurgeon's Insight. So we're pretty close to winning. And Makeshift Munitions. Okay, so I'll go... what do I want to do here? Play the Putrid Goblin. Play a Prospector. Pass the turn. Opponent has Infectious Inquiry, so that's good for them. Contentious Plan still in hand. Bring the Ending still in hand. Okay, they are looking to counterspell. They're going Contentious Plan. Shields down. Alright, can we find the first day of class? We have 2 draws towards it. Unearth. So, go for Wellspring, try to draw into it. Wow. Brutal. Okay. Sacrifice a Goblin, add red. And first day of class. And they're dead. Get the introduction. We'll yield to this, and yield to this. Then we'll sacrifice a bunch of times. And now we can just make a bunch of goblins and attack for lethal, I think. But I can show them that I have the makeshift munitions in hand. And maybe they'll just concede. Alright, cool. On to round 2. Just drawing the nuts. Okay, round 2. We're on the draw. I think this is fine. We'll see. We've got the 2 pieces of the combo, just missing the first day of class. We're versus mono red, which is sketch. Well, they're an epicure for them, round, turn 1. I think we just try to get stuff on the table and then overpower them somehow. I'll play the bridge. I think we just turn 2 the Putrid Goblin, turn 3 the Matron for a Matron, and just keep Matron chaining. Just putting stuff on the table. Kuldotha Rebirth for the opponent. Play a Putrid Goblin. This is a blocker, for sure. Actually, we can Matron for the KCS, so that makes more sense, actually. Matron for KCS, the next turn we go Wellspring, kill your board, and then Deadly Dispute, I don't know. And by KCS, I mean the Krark Clan Shaman, but that's just hard to say. Our opponent plays Implement of Combustion. Do they want to attack? I'm 100% blocking. So we'll take 3 going to 15. We don't have any life gain except for, I guess, our Candy Trail. So they bolted the Putrid Goblin, got in for 4. We're gonna play a Matron. I'll grab the Krark Clan Shaman. I could also just grab a Matron and next turn go Matron, Shaman, kill your board. I think I still want the Krark. We're just gonna throw our stuff in front of these. Okay, our opponent plays an Experimental Synthesizer, finding a Lightning Bolt. 2 cards in hand. Okay, they're getting in. We'll block. Right now we're at 13. They go Bolt. We go to 10. Plays a land. Kind of expecting them to crack the Synthesizer. We have a Skirk Prospector now. Play this Wellspring out. As Merrick Fiend. Interesting. I don't know why I played that land. That was a mistake. Play this Krark Clan Shaman. So next turn we can Mesmeric Fiend, Deadly Dispute the Mesmeric Fiend to get rid of a card. I don't know if we can afford to go ahead and just take this damage and then have to... I think I have to just sacrifice the Wellspring now. On a Rakdos Carnarium. Not that helpful. Our opponent's going to crack their Synthesizer so they can have a 2-2. And they find a Galvanic Blast, which is 2 damage at the moment, putting me to 8. Galvanic Blast face, we go to 8. And Chain Lightning, sad. Okay, so we can't use the Mesmeric Fiend here. I'm gonna Deadly Dispute my land, I think. Kind of makeshift munitions. And another Mesmeric Fiend, so I guess I just play the Fiend here. Because then I can block. And then pick up my land. Play the Carnarium. Pick up my land. And then pass the turn. I don't feel very good about this. We're gonna go to 4. They basically would just play out everything that's in their hand here. I've been told this is like one of the worst possible matchups. They find a Great Furnace off the Synthesizer. Crack the Experimental Synthesizer. Finding another Great Furnace. So that was sort of best case scenario for me. They get in. I think gonna not block here. Plays a land. So I guess if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. So if I first day of class into an Unearth or a Putrid Goblin, I can win here. Okay, so if I first day of class, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. I just have to discard a card and hope for the best. Discard, find a Great Furnace. That didn't work out. I'm just gonna go to the next game. I know we're not technically dead. Oh man. So close. Alright, let's check. Alright, post board, we're bringing in 2 Abrade, 2 Cast into the Fire. We also are bringing in Cast Down and Breath Weapon. Cutting on Chromatic Star, Skirk Prospector, Munitions, Fanatical, and 2 Fiends. So we're looking to just get on the table. If we can combo off and put a bunch of creatures on the table, then we can attack them for lethal. We're trying to not die, I guess. All right, we're on the play. Game two of this. And we don't have a good hand. We have to mulligan. Also not very good, but I think I keep this and get rid of a Wellspring here. Play the Tramway and pass the turn. So our turn 2 is Candy Trail. Then we're going to crack the Candy Trail, and then we're going to go for the Breath Weapon, it looks like. Blast Runner for the opponent. Play the Candy Trail. Then we're going to pick up the Tramway. Prospector and Unearth. Don't know that we need another Unearth. Take the Prospector. Pick up our land. So we could just crack the Candy Trail playing the Tramway. We know we're drawing a Prospector. Depends on how much they add to the board right now. There's an Epicure. And a Tomb Raider. Yeah, I'm going to wipe the board. I'm just going to play the Swamp and wait until their turn. And then kill everything on their attacks. Pass the turn. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. If they go for a Braid on the Candy Trail, it's whatever. Maybe not. So by yielding here, it kind of tricks them to thinking we're F6'd. Kuldotha Rebirth for the opponent. They're using a lot of resources, and we get to Breath Weapon them. Sweet. I'm sure that does not feel very good. Okay, we have a Duress. Sure. Duress. I'll take the Lightning Bolt. Play an Ichor Wellspring. Just to draw a card. Tramway Station. Okay, so now if we find our first day of class, we could potentially do some stuff here. Opponent Chain Lightnings. We still have Galvanic Blast in hand. Let's start with crack this Candy Trail. Go to 16. Land. Play Putrid Goblin. Since we have the Unearth anyway. Play Prospector. See if they want to go after my goblins instead of trying to kill me. Big Galvanic. I'm going to sacrifice it for red. Yes, I do want to sacrifice it to itself. And that's all I got. Okay, so we wasted most of their resources. They're down to 1 card in hand. We have Unearth for the Skirk Prospector. They play an Epicure. Let's see if they discard a mountain here. Discards a mountain, 1 card in hand. Suppose we could crack the... Alright, so now we have first day of class. So let's go first day of class. Get the introduction. Then we're going to go ahead and cast another Putrid Goblin. And this way we can respond to their burn spell on the Skirk Prospector and make infinite mana. So nothing they do here is going to stop me from making infinite mana. So we have to make like 40 mana. Alright, they concede. I don't think that was necessarily a concede line. Let's see. Oh, we would have won the game, so never mind. We did win. Sweet. And now, let's try again. We would have, well, I mean, technically it's not a win, right? We would have just matroned into draw our deck and then play all the first day of classes and have quite a few damage. I guess that's a win. All right, I'll take it. So what do we have now? We're on the draw. We have 1 Duress and no second land. Can't get the second land. They're keeping 7. We find a second land, we're in okay shape, but I feel like we have to mulligan. Okay, so here we have the full combo in hand. So I guess I'm keeping. I'll put back this mountain. I'm concerned that I'm going to run out of... Let's see. I could also put back the Rakdos Carnarium and go 1, 2, 3. I have 3 lands lined up already. Alright, I'll do that. Play a tap land turn 1. Then this is a turn 4 win. Assuming that they don't interact with us on our turn 4 and they don't kill us. I mean, turn 4 combo. Not necessarily win, but turn 4 combo. They play a Reckless Lackey on turn 1. We're going to lead on a tap land. So we're now at 19. There we go. Play the Tramway and pass the turn. Now we have the full combo. So turn 3, we're going to matron for the Putrid. Bushwhacker on turn 2 to get in for 4 damage. We're at 15. I can play a Skirk Prospector. Pass the turn. See if they want to use a removal spell on it. I don't think I'm going to be blocking. Alright, I'll take 2. We're at 13. They kill my Prospector. Dark Dweller Oracle in hand. Play Goblin Matron. Now I definitely throw this Goblin Matron out in front of their creature. Grabbing the Putrid Goblin. Let's see what they want to do. They're untapping, 4 cards in hand, 3 cards in hand after playing a mountain. I'm going to get in for 2. We'll be at 11. I'll say okay to that. Go to 11. Chain Lightning Face. Relic. Interesting. Can I beat a Relic? I'm trying to think this through. Maybe I'll just play another Matron. Get another Putrid Goblin here. Play my Rakdos Carnarium. Pick up my land. So we're currently at 8. They have 1 card in hand. They have 2 cards in hand now. I think I at least block the Bushwhacker so that they can't double bolt me for lethal. But if they have double bolt in hand and they crack the Relic, we could be dead regardless. Block here. Now we're at 7. Play my Putrid Goblin. Then if I go, I should have maybe played first day of class first. I think I have to just play out my second Putrid Goblin and then pass. And then next turn I have to first day of class play the Prospector. I think I borked it by not playing first day of class first. When it plays a Blast Runner. Doesn't win here. No attacks. 2 cards in hand. Play a mountain. Let's go first day of class. Grab the Introduction to Prophecy. Play the Skirk Prospector. We can play through the single relic here. We're going to yield to the trigger. Sacrifice a Putrid. Then they go Bolt. Alright, I guess I'm going to just sacrifice the Putrid Goblin here and see what happens. I realize now that I'm not... This Bolt is going to be a problem. Try to Fanatical Offering the Goblin Matron. Oh wow, I draw a Cast into the Fire. Sick. Okay, so we're going to cast Exile your Relic. They crack the Relic. And now I attempt to sacrifice the Putrid Goblin. Make infinite mana. They have to have drawn a Lightning Bolt. Did they draw it? They did not draw it. Alright, let's make infinite mana. I found the line. So I just need... Yes! We win the game! Let's go to round 3. We're here in round 3. This hand seems okay. Let's keep it. What are we going to do? This depends on what our opponent's on. So, let's see. Burn again. Okay. Fun. Tramway Station. It is red black burn. So, interesting. Can Mesmeric Fiend their creature, or Mesmeric Fiend them. Let's see what you got going on in that hand. I'll take your Deadly Dispute. Now they have to use their Lightning Bolt. Get the Deadly Dispute back. Lightning Bolt out of the hand. Plays a Goblin Tomb Raider. Gets in for 3. Find a land. Let's duress you. Take your Galvanic. Play a land. Play this Putrid Goblin. We can plan on blocking the Voldaren Epicure. If I draw a land here, I'll go Fiend, Dispute the Fiend. But could also Matron. They're going to get in for 2, putting me to 14. So, what did I even... Panic in the graveyard. So they have Dispute Looting in hand. They're going to discard Alms of the Vein to put me to 9. Let's play the Matron and grab the Skirk Prospector. So the idea here is I can block, and they'll have to deal me damage from spells, and then I can Deadly Dispute the Matron, looking for the first day of class. Gets in for 2. I'm gonna block. I'm not doing anything. Let's play this Ichor Wellspring. Play a Prospector. I'm passing the turn. We're currently at 9. They Deadly Dispute, sacrificing their Voldaren Epicure. Now they have lots of mana. They're going to Faithless Looting. So even if they double spell here... Okay, Fiery Temper. What are you going to do with that one? Okay, they go after the Prospector. I'll make a red mana. Then they're going to get in for 2 here. I don't think I want to block. We go to 7. Play a land. I'm going to Deadly Dispute this Wellspring. Finding a Chromatic Star. And an Unearth. Play the Bridge. And Fiend them. Faithless Looting's in the graveyard now. The Galvanic Blast Face. Take your Epicure. I guess we're pretty much dead, right? They're Deadly Disputing. Any bolt kills me. So if they don't bolt me, we're probably good for winning the game. They put me to 1 and kills me with the land. All right, fair enough. I think we're going to just do the same plan, treating them like burn, bringing in these removal spells, and cutting on the fiends. Krark is not needed here. And the makeshift munitions. 1 fanatical offering, I think it was. I guess a star. Okay, we would like to play first. We don't have enough lands. Okay, we've got a decent amount of things going on. I think I'm keeping this. I'm going to get rid of the Unearthed though. Turn 1 Pilferer. And then I want a fanatical offering the Pilferer if I can. Opponent plays a tap land. I will attack you for 1. And then I guess I just pass the turn, see what they do. They're going to looting, looking for lands. Interesting. Discards Vampire's Kiss, Epicure, no land. So we could punish them. Let's see if we can get there. Draw 2, finding an Unearth. Okay. Chromatic Star. Play the Chromatic Star out. Play the Putrid Goblin. Pass the turn. I suppose I could have duressed them. Playing a Voldaren Epicure. Let's duress and see what's going on out there. I will get rid of your Galvanic. And then, I guess crack this for black right now. Finding a Matron. So Goblin Matron. Now I get the Skirk. Play the Carnarium. If they don't interact with us, they lose. If they do, then we can probably still win. Attack you. So I took their 1 mana removal spell. They have to have a second land in order to hit me with the Fiery Temper here. I think they're probably just going to die. Yes, nice. 1 land keep, huh? They didn't even have anything going on. I guess they were just banking on the looting. Let's try it again. This hand is wonky, but we have Recursion. I can Deadly Dispute the Matron, and they're not the fastest deck. Tramway Station turn 1. They play a tap land, okay. I will see your tap land and play a tap land. They play a Voldaren Epicure. We go to 19. Plays a Relic of Progenitus. That's unfortunate. I guess I'll just play this Bojuka Bog now since I'm not doing anything else. They're going to Madness in a Kitchen Imp. That will deal me 3 damage this turn. From the Kitchen Imp and the Voldaren Epicure. Swinging in. We're going to go to 16 here. I'll play the Goblin Matron. They are tapped out at the moment. Matron to get... Yes. I think I want to get the Skirk. Could also be the Putrid Goblin. Take the Putrid Goblin, I guess. I realize now that I don't have first day of class in hand, so it's not like I'm winning. They're going to Faithless Looting. So they're casting 2 spells here. Kitchen Imp. And that's 5 damage. Okay. Let's duress them. Take your Lightning Bolt. Deadly Dispute the Matron. They're going to get rid of the duress. I have an Abrade now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's in their hand? Kiss and an Epicure. 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang. So I'll go play a land, Unearth the Matron, grabbing a Prospector, or grabbing a... What do we get? So we need to kill this. We need to kill these things. We still don't have the first day of class. I want the Prospector. Play the Prospector out. See if they want to attack it. 4 damage, 5, 6, 7 right now. So we have to block with the Matron. We go to 4. We're going to use a Vampire's Kiss. We go to 2. And we find the first day of class. Play the land. So we have to abrade the Relic. Right? We have to abrade the... We're going to destroy the Relic. I'm just going to start doing things, and I don't know if they are going to be good. They're going to exile a card from my graveyard. Okay. I draw a card. We're going to go play this Putrid Goblin. Sacrifice it for a red. Deadly Dispute it. No, I don't think that gets us there. Alright, I think we lose this one. Did not have the first day of class, that's okay. Let's see how close we were. I don't know how I was supposed to win that. We were pretty far. Alright, on to round 4. Round 4 versus Live 1. Sometimes they play walls. I think I should keep this hand. They usually play non-interactive decks, and if we find a second land, we're pretty close. Pretty close. Play the land, play the star, pass the turn. Forge Bridge. So they're probably on Affinity. Swamp. Play a Putrid Goblin. We have a turn 3. Assuming they tap out. Well, let's see. Make a red. Play this Prospector. So I'm trying to figure out if I should go for it. What happens if they have it? Sacrifice. Putrid Goblin. It's just getting worse for me. Alright, let's see if they have it. Sacrifice this. First day of class. Production. They're gonna kill my Putrid Goblin. That's interesting. Alright, you got me. That is very strange. I don't understand how they chose that path. Anyway, we have one first day of class down, sadly. By the Wellspring. So I clearly should not have gone for it there. They were representing the Galvanic the whole time. Plays a Blood Fountain. And a Makeshift Munitions to ping off my Skirk Prospector. Good on ya. I know that I complain about artifact lands a lot, but Affinity is a broken deck. Let's see. Play the Goblin. We find the first day of class again. They play a Thoughtcast. I don't know if we can beat non-board Makeshift Munitions. Let's look for, find a land here. Bog you. Can't attack. Deadly Dispute for the opponent. Deadly Dispute again. So they've got a 4/4 for 0 mana. Munitions on the table. All the colors they want. They're Kenkuing it up. Yeah, we're very dead here. Okay. Currently at 13. Play this Wellspring. Guess I should have just waited. Let's Fanatical Offering the Wellspring. I can't even draw red lands. Interesting. All right, I'm out. I'm out. So we're bringing in the Abrades and some number of red blasts, cutting the Mesmeric Fiends, the Stars, and Prospector, and definitely the Krark-Clan Shaman. Just 3 red blasts here. Fanatical Offering. Okay, we would like to play first. Guess I can keep this hand. We have plenty of red mana, obviously. We have some setup cards, basically. Let's see. Play Mountain Candy Trail, probably. Alright, land, Candy Trail. Ooh, okay, I'm keeping these. Alright. I'm just gonna go right after your lands. Land, kill your land. Land, kill your land. How does it feel? Alright, they play a Forge Bridge so that they can hold up the interaction, but I'm just going to exile your artifact. Doink. Seat of the Synod plays a Chromatic Star. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna exile your artifact. Boom. Yes. Plays another artifact. Come on. That's not fair. Let's draw a card. Find a swamp. Play the Great Furnace and pass the turn. I think I can just crack the Tramway. Let's see if they have another land. They're cracking it for a black. Plays a Blood Fountain. Okay. My turn. Give an Unearth. Let's pass the turn. Plays a Mist Vault Bridge and a Froggy. And another Frogmite. We're going to draw a card. Deadly Dispute. Fanatical Offering. Let's Deadly Dispute this land. Finding a Putrid Goblin. Play Great Furnace. I can play the Putrid Goblin and then Deadly Dispute it, or I can play another Putrid. And then I guess I can block, kill the frog, Deadly Dispute my thing. Okay, they're representing red mana now. On the next turn anyway. I've got an Unearth going. They're gonna get in for 4. Sure. Kill your frog. Trying to keep your affinity level down. Goblin comes back. And my turn. Play an Ichor Wellspring. And then I have Deadly Dispute on the Wellspring. 5. That'll put me to 7 cards in hand. Finding a Fanatical Offering. Guess I'm just going to attack. They use a Deadly Dispute, sacrificing their map. Here comes the Enforcers. Plays a land. Gets in for 1. We're at 19. They're at 19. Everybody's at 19 over here. Plays a Clan Shaman. Okay. Can't do anything about that. Let's play a Wellspring. Then Fanatical Offering the Wellspring. Finding an Abrade. I'm going to try to Abrade and kill their Bark. So it'll be a 2-for-1 if they sacrifice an artifact. They're going to Reckoner's Bargain away the Clan Shaman. Okay. We can try mapping on the Putrid. Dark Dweller Oracle, we will not put it in the graveyard. Maybe we should, because we're far from doing anything with it. I'll keep it. You go to 18. Let's get rid of this Tramway. I'm concentrating on untapped lands at the moment. Opponent attacks for 2. With a Mirror Enforcer. Cool. Another Clan Shaman? What? What? Cannot believe. Let's Fanatical Offering on the Great Furnace. Annoying. A land. And my Dark Dweller Oracle. And an Impulsive Pilferer. So the Pilferer can turn into something else. Let's map on the Dark Dweller. Finding a bridge. Dang. We have multiple unearths, so we can currently beat the Clan Shaman, I think, if we find a first day of class, but we're not anywhere close to having that first day of class in hand. Okay. Yeah. No problem. They are gonna Krark. All our stuff dies. Putrid comes back, though. I think I'm going to block. Take 4, going to 13. It's funny because last week I was pretty surprised that Affinity was just not doing very well. And it's crazy, crazy populated right now. So, is there anything I can even do? I don't think so. Let's cycle and unearth. Actually, you can unearth Future Goblin. Unearth the Dark Dweller Oracle. And then sacrifice the Putrid Goblin. Oops. Okay. First day of class. Okay. Prospector. Sacrifice this. Or this. I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna die here. Sacrifice this one. First day. Hydroblast. Blue Blast. Respond with a Blue Blast. Or Red Blast, I mean. Did we get it? Did we get it? Okay, I'll take the introduction. Does it come back? Sacrifice a creature. Alright, so Affinity wrecked us. Affinity best deck. We'll see in round 5. Round 5 versus Murloc BDS, who used to play a lot of Boros. Let's keep this hand. We've got everything but a first day of class. Go land, Chromatic Star. Alright, Mountain and Chromatic Star. Go ahead. So that's probably pretty obvious that we're on Goblin Combo. Okay, our opponent plays a Citadel Gate on blue. So I think I'm going to play out my Putrid Goblin here. This should be a good matchup for us, I think. They're relatively slow. They're going to have a lot of Hydroblasts, though. And we have to consider that they could also have Journey to Nowheres. But they probably don't have 2 Journey to Nowheres in hand. I can go Putrid Goblin plus Skirk Prospector on turn 2, and then sacrifice the target of the Journey to Nowhere. Plays an island. There's the Journey to Nowhere. Saw that one coming. Very impressive. Okay, so we have we would have had the win if they didn't have the journey, but they did. Play Skirk Prospector and pass the turn. Let's see what happens. Preordain for the opponent. So usually they're on Counterspell and Spell Pierce or Dispel. But we have to play around Spell Pierce. We can't beat a Dispel in this spot, and they're more likely to have a Counterspell if we wait. We can try cracking this for a black. See if we can draw into a Duress or Mesmeric Fiend. Okay. So let's try first day of class. Spell. Suck. That sucks. Alright. Can't beat the Dispel there. I guess I could have been more patient and then just waited and waited and waited and waited. Certainly would have been an option. Play a Sacred Cat. Let's cast this Wellspring. Put my Bojuka Bog on the table, and I'll attack you for 2. And they have a Heap Gate here going, so they can make tons and tons of mana. And at that point, they'll probably be able to just overpower any sort of interaction that I have, unless I find like multiple Duresses. So right now I'm trying to draw into Deadly Disputes and things like that. We do have a redraw with the Tramway Station. They're not going to attack with their Sacred Cat, because they're holding back the Skirk Prospector. Right? Find a Deadly Dispute. Might as well just cast it. Finding a Matron. And a Quarkland Shaman. Let's see. Attack. Can Matron for Matron a couple of times. Matron for the Dark Dweller Oracle. Play the Matron and see what happens. Grab another Matron, I think. Play the Carnarium. Pick up the Mountain. And pass the turn. They're going to make more mana. So any number of counterspells that they want to cast, they can cast. Quarkland Shaman, not very useful at the moment. I think the Dark Dweller Oracle is probably where we want to be. They're playing an Outlaw Medic, which is a 1/3 lifelink. When it dies, draw a card. Now they can attack with Sacred Cat if they want to, but they decline. At the moment, they have double counterspell. Play this Goblin Matron. I'll grab my Dark Dweller Oracle. Play a land. Play that. Okay, so let's play Impulsive Pilferer. I think I'm gonna wait. Next turn I can draw a lot of cards. So I can sacrifice double Matron and the Pilferer. I can even bring back the Pilferer. It's hard to say. Pilferer. Pilferer. They're brainstorming. They're cycling a Lorien Revealed to clear the brainstorm. Plays a Modern Age. So they could certainly have a Prismatic Strands. There's the Prismatic Strands. But if we draw our deck, we can strip their hand and then get the munitions on the table and just win on their upkeep. All right. Let's redraw with this Wellspring. Sacrifice the Pilferer. And what do we exile? Exile a Skirk Prospector. We'll cast that. Sacrifice this Matron. Finding a Candy Trail. Cast that. What a value engine. Another Matron and a Furnace. So I bottomed the Furnace. I can top this Matron. Play a Mountain. That's the turn. I don't know if I actually wanted to top that Matron. I'm really just digging for... I have double Unearth though. What am I digging for? I'm just digging for first day of class, but I have to get that, and I also have to have enough sort of hand disruption to deal with what they're doing. Journey to Nowhere. What are you going to go after? Alright, so I'll just sacrifice it. I can sacrifice it to itself, and then we exile the Goblin Matron that's on the top of the deck. They don't want that. They play a Citadel Gate. Looks like a Guardian of the Guild Pact for the opponent. We can draw a card with the Candy Trail. They don't have a counterspell right now. And a Deadly Dispute. Let's Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. I think we could maybe get there. They might have a Dispel though. Find a Mesmeric Fiend and first day of class, so that should be GG. Let's go Mesmeric Fiend. Deadly Dispute the Mesmeric Fiend. So we get to strip a card from their hand. Forever. It's going to be the Hawk for me. And then... red, black... Wait, no. Turn off auto yields. So we're going to sacrifice the Putrid Goblin. And then cast the first day of class. One is going to use the Prismatic Strands. Makes sense. We're getting Introduction to Prophecy. And then we want to have another first day of class in hand. Yield to this. Make a bunch of mana. Our opponent is like pressing OK for every action. It's very odd. Now they're just passing. Cool. What did they put? I don't even know what they put strands on. Probably red, I think. Let's go for Unearth on... Wait, no. Probably want an Introduction to Prophecy first. Bottom. Top this. We'll unearth the Dark Dweller Oracle. And then I can bring this guy back, the Pilferer, and sacrifice it. Gives me another black mana. A black, We're going to Fanatical Offering on the Putrid Goblin, finding a Prospector. So let's sacrifice the Goblin, I guess. Trying to draw my deck here. Find a Wellspring. Play the Wellspring. Okay, sacrifice the Goblin. We're going to make some mana again. Now, I've made 12 mana. I'm going to sacrifice my Putrid Goblin. See what's on top. Do it again. Duress. That doesn't work. Doesn't do anything. They have an Outlaw Medic in hand. We're just trying to find some cards. Deadly Dispute's good. Deadly Dispute the Wellspring. I'm trying to find more first day classes. I'm running out of time. Magic Star. Okay, I'll play that. Bracket for black. Sacrifice this Putrid Goblin. Running out of time. Finding a Wellspring. Play the Wellspring. Another Fanatical Offering. Sacrifice the Goblin again. 15 minutes. Find an Unearthed. Oh my goodness. Sack the Goblin. We're gonna run out of mana, or run out of like stuff to do. This is kind of annoying. 11 cards. We need 2 first day of classes in hand to beat them on the next turn, plus the munitions in play. And I don't even know if they have what they've got going on. Fanatical Offering on the Wellspring. There's a first day of class. Okay. Now I just need to find the munitions. There's munitions. Okay. So is it on red right now? 1 first day of class in hand. Then we'll go map on this. Mesmeric Fiend, Graveyard. Or no, I guess we will sack this. Get the Mesmeric Fiend. We can play it. Oh my goodness. Get rid of your hand. And then we still need to draw into the combo. I guess I can cycle this Unearth. Cycle another Unearth. 5 cards in my grave. Okay, there we go. We have the full combo. Now we can just play out our stuff. The Prospector. This. Prospector. Up on their upkeep. Discard some tap lands. Sacrifice a matron. I don't know. Sacrifice matron. Sacrifice this other Prospector. That's first day of class. Sacrifice this other Prospector. Sacrifice a Putrid Goblin. That's first day of class. Now we just have to make 13 mana. Alright, so it's 11:44 on clock. What happened? Wait, what? Oh, messed that up. Sacrifice this Putrid Goblin. I was yielded to the trigger. We actually have 2 treasure tokens, so we only have to make 11 mana. So we right click the makeshift munitions, choose and save targets. Shoot them with the Putrid Goblin. Shoot them with our land. Shoot them with our other land. Shoot them with our map token. Shoot them with our Skirk Prospector. Shoot them with our Dark Dweller Oracle. Shoot them with our Goblin. Put the Goblin again. Oops. I'm sorry. So, opponent, come on. Alright. La-di-da. Boring. But, you know, fair enough. I had to figure out a way to win. We had the turn 3 win, and then it all went haywire, and now we're over here blasting them. That was certainly a neat win. So let's check it out. I do need to restart my application. Okay, so we need 4 red blasts, another duress, and 2 artifact removal that can also deal with their creatures. So do I want Cast into the Fire to deal with a couple 1/1s, or a Braid to deal with 1 creature? Probably Cast into the Fire, I guess. Whoa. And then, okay, so I'm not entirely sure. It's maybe I need 1 more cut here. Maybe just not the extra duress, but I feel like duress is pretty good. So maybe Candy Trail is not necessary, or Fanatical Offering. Although I do need cards. All right, let's take these out. Submit. An interesting hand. We're pretty close. I'm going to keep it. I mean, it's such a risk, but I'm going to keep it. Land, play this Prospector, pass the turn. We have all the parts, we just need lands. Journey to nowhere. Sacrifice my creature. Okay, the turn 2 journey again. Did not find a land. Opponent plays an Azorius Guildgate. We are looking for a land here. Otherwise, we kind of have to scoop. All right, let's go to the next game. Try again. Couldn't draw our lands. No use wasting our clock. Maybe... All right, let's go. All right, I'll keep this one again. Land duress. What do you got going on? I will take your relic. So they had a bunch of lands, Outlaw Medic, Preordain, and that relic that I took. We'll play Ichor Wellspring and draw a card. Finding a Deadly Dispute is nice. They'll probably play a tap land and Preordain here. There's the Beachfront. Cast a Preordain. We know the CawGate's in play already, so we know 3 of the cards in their hand. Let's Deadly Dispute this Wellspring. Finding a Red Blast. Go land, Pilferer. Pass the turn. I guess we have to Matron for the Skirk. Play land. Play Goblin Matron. They're going to counter. Let's counter back. Maybe it wasn't worth countering back there, but it's our mana. Guess they used a Blue Blast. No, they played this land. They got a 19 here. Preordain for the opponent. We have Munitions and Dark Dweller in hand. Plays a Guildgate. Let's play this Matron. Counterspell again. Okay, let's go Putrid Goblin and attack you. Outlaw Medic for the opponent. I'm going to play Dark Dweller Oracle, I believe. Actually, let's just Deadly Dispute this Pilferer. Get to make a treasure. Play Ichor Wellspring. Draw a card. So they have one. Okay, we find the first day of class. Play the Tramway Station. Play Makeshift Munitions. Let's see if they want to counter that. No. All we need is a Skirk and then we win. Depending on if they have an answer. I think they will probably gate an attack. They're cycling the Lorien Revealed for an island. Plays the island, 2 cards in hand. They decline to attack. So let's throw this Wellspring at you. Draw a card. There's a first day of class. Play another Wellspring. We have a Red Blast. Let's throw this other Wellspring at you. Draw a card. Pass into the fire. That doesn't really do very much here. I guess I'm going to pass. So now I need the Skirk Prospector. And we have 6 live draws with the 4 Prospectors and 2 Matrons. They're going to attack for 4. That's fine. Find a land. Let's play out the Dark Dweller Oracle. Then attack. Shouldn't have maybe attacked there. So if I first day of class, then I can sacrifice the Putrid Goblin a couple of times. First day of class. It's Introduction to Prophecy. Sacrifice the Putrid Goblin. Now it's a 2/2. Finding a bridge. Finding an Unearth. An Unearth the Matron. And that gives us our Skirk plus Red Blast. Skirk Prospector. Play the Prospector. We had quite a few live draws. They have a Counterspell. Prismatic Strands. Okay, that's fine. We have first day of class in Graveyard. Opponent. Let's see. Let's sacrifice. This makes some mana. I'm going to cast this Intro to Prophecy first. 5 minutes on clock. Any Trail Prospector. I'm going to bottom top this for the Candy Trail. I'm looking for that double first day of class again. There it is. Okay, so in top and top, sacrifice this. Now I need more creatures in play. So I have more mana. I have enough mana to cast first day of class twice. Sacrifice this. Draw a card. Black. Deadly Dispute the Putrid Goblin. Draw some cards. 5 minutes on clock. Our opponents. Okay, we have triple first. We have the double first day of class now. Then we can Dark Dweller on the Putrid Goblin. So I'm just drawing cards. I find a Bajuka Bog. Find a first day of class. Don't really need that. Sacrifice the Goblin. Extra first day of classes don't do anything for me here. Okay, Prospector. Sacrifice this goblin. So I want to go matron into putrid. 4 minutes on clock. Matron. Yep. Get a matron. Get a matron. Say yes to the trigger. Get a putrid goblin. Cast the putrid goblin. 6. Oh, my bad. They're going to brainstorm. So we can win at instant speed here. Cycles Lorien Revealed. They're going to cast a Lorien Revealed. Wow. Okay, so at this point, it's better to just attack, I guess. All right. Play first day of class. First day of class again. I guess it wasn't better to attack. Get this intro. Now we just have to make a bunch of mana. 18 mana. We have 6. 7. 3 minutes on clock. I think I can get them. So we're going to clear the table of our stuff. Get rid of the matron. Get rid of this other matron. Get rid of this dark other matron. Let's make it easier for clicking. You know, I really feel like I presented a masterclass in this specific match here. Honestly, like I'm pretty happy with how it went. Nice prismatic strands on the stack. All right. Shoot you. So 2 minutes. Can I do it? Shoot you with this one. Shoot you with this one. And somebody probably can time how long this has been taking. They're at 11, 9, 8, 7, 6. The countdown. The race against the clock. We're almost there. Can we do it? This deck is quite stressful. It does come together okay, but I think being weak to Grixis and weak to Kuldotha Red, like that's going to be the majority of the metagame here, and you don't want to be fighting against that stuff. Okay, GG. Now I got to give them the GG. GG! Oh, it wouldn't let me type it. We got that 3-2. Feels good. GG. All right. Lost to Grixis, lost to Mono Red. We beat Mono Red, I think. I don't even remember. You'll know. All right, thank you, Hamuda, for the sideboard guide. If you're interested in getting a sideboard guide for this deck, check out Hamuda on Twitter. You can DM him, and he will send you the information once he gets you to pay him or me. All right, everybody, thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next video.